Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, 252 Rebuilds. Today we're getting started on the bass boat. We're going to mount the trolling motor up on it, get it located. I got a bunch of work to get done to it, so we're going to jump on it. I'm going to not film a whole lot of this one-on-one, but I will show you some of the prospects of what we're doing. Just want to get it mounted. I want to get this thing done. So I'm going to show you a little bit. Let me turn the camera around real quick and I'm going to show you. Alright, so what we got is we got to mount our motor plate, bolts to our trolling motor. This is your main mount. This will be mounted right in the middle. This locks down on top of this. There's a slide that goes into it that mounts it. It's a fairly nice little setup. Took a few minutes to get it figured out, but it's going to sit basically like this. This is going to bolt to the motor, the trolling motor, the plate here. This bolts to the boat itself. So what I did was I went in there and I marked the holes for it. Let's see, I'll show you. This does lift off the top of it, so you don't have to worry about that, but I did mount them, or mark them rather, by lining these up on it. I'm actually going to drill the holes on it. I will seal these holes up, and I am going to do the top of this whole thing in Raptor liner in white. So it's going to give it a good hard finish. This thing, it's going to need some work, but I think we put that white Raptor line on, I think she's going to look good. Alright, so I'm going to shut up for a minute. I'm going to get back to work on it. And when I get this plate mounted, I'll let you see what we got going on. I'll talk to you shortly. Alright guys, she's mounted. Not too terribly difficult once you sit down and read it a little bit. This is a quick release bracket, so what's going to happen is you can take and pull this right here out, and this will allow the whole motor assembly to come off. So if you don't want to leave it somewhere where you go, then you actually take it off and you don't have to worry about nobody stealing it. That mount I think was about $100, but it was $100 well invested. I think it's going to give some years of some good service. I've got to mount it all down, but like I said, I'm not going to mount it until I do the actual Raptor liner up here, which I'm going to go get the paint for that today. I ain't going to get it done today, but at least we'll get a start on it anyway. Alright, just want to give you a little quick update, so we'll be back shortly. Alright, we're back. What I'm doing now is I'm going to sand up the top rail all the way around, all the way down, across the back here. So it'll be all of this area right here. And it's going to be this area from here all the way back down the other side. So basically what I'm doing is the top rail, I'm going to wrap the line that in Oxford white, and then that'll be the whole outside top edge of the boat. And then all we got to do is worry about cleaning from the top rail here down when we get ready to get it done. Just been working on it a few minutes. The trolling motor is mounted. Everything is set for the bolts to be used and mounted. All I got to do is just get the Raptor liner done on top, and then we can mount it. I'm probably going to put maybe a 1/4 inch spacer up under each bolt hole, maybe, because that Raptor is going to have a textured finish, so it might not sit completely flat, but we'll see when we get to that point. So I'm back on the sanding, so give me a little bit and I'll catch up with you shortly. Alright guys, back on the bass boat. We're going to do the top rail on this, but we're going to roll this one. We're not going to spray this one on. I don't think I need to spray it. It's going to be a little aggravating to do because of it just being a rail. It would be more tape work involved in spraying. And I think if we roll it, we'll get a better texture on it, because all we're trying to really do is protect it. It ain't going to be anything big difference on it. I just want to get something up here and protect it. Let me turn the camera around. I'm going to show you what we're talking about. Alright, here's what we're going to roll. We're going to roll the top of this. We're going to roll the rails all the way down. We're going to come down here. We're going to roll all of this. Every bit of this is going to be rolled. And you can see where I've got it already taped off at. We're going to cut it here, 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 and then bring it right back up to, and basically what I'm doing is following the weld on it. Yeah, I know that's broke. I might get that fixed later, but we're going to worry about it later. And also we got that thing right there we got to do, but I'll get that fixed along with that over there, because it'll have to be done at the same time. But I don't think it's going to be that bad. I've already sanded everything. All I got to do is just wipe it down real good. Mix up, should be 1 bottle of this, should be plenty for doing this thing right here. But I'm going to take cut line right here, following right along the edge of it. Paint I'm using, because we are mixing this one with Tenable Raptor liner, is going to be Oxford White. It is the closest thing to the actual color that it is. I looked and looked and looked and couldn't find anything with the right color codes that would tell me what color code it was. So I just got a piece of it, shot a picture of it. And I had forgot that I had done this a while back. And I've been running around trying to worry about getting paint for it. And when I opened up the Raptor liner kits, paint was sitting in the box with it where I already done it. So that worked out beautifully. But you can see right here, we got it taped up right up under here. And we're going to roll completely under there. We're going to roll this whole top lip right here, all the way down. When we get this done, then we're going to move back onto the flotation foam. We're going to have this thing back in the water soon. It ain't going to be long at all. All right, guys, let me get back here. We're going to mix this stuff up, and then I'll show you some when we get it done. I'll see y'all shortly. All right, guys, back to the basics. Oh boy, this has been a long weekend. 2 bed liners and a boat and grass. Boat top rail is done. It turned out pretty good. I wanted to roll it, but I couldn't roll it. I ended up having to spray it. But it turned out good. It's all covered now. It's all one color. Let me turn the camera around. I'm gonna show it to you real quick. All right, the color on this is Oxford White. When we go to do the rest of the boat, which is going to be from the gun rail down, I am going to redo that as well. I probably won't do the underside of it. I'll probably just clean it up real good, but I am going to do the sides and the back. It looks kind of bad, so I'd rather it look a little better than this. But one step closer. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Once this hardens up, trolling motor's going on there permanently this time. Bug, I wouldn't make that mistake of landing on that thing, because you might be encased forever and a day. But she's coming along. I can start putting at least the front end back together for sure. But looks good. All right, I'll see you later. All right, guys, back on the bass boat build. Wrapped the line, the top rail on it the other day. It's been sitting for a couple days. I'm just going to set everything up here loosely, just so I can make sure everything still fits. Let me turn the camera around. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Thing turned out well. Looks like a brand new boat. Now when we get the sides and all done on here, I'm going to have a brand new boat. Alright, just want to give you an update. I'll show you another picture once we get a little further on. Uh-oh, y'all know what this means. She's starting to go back together. Here we go. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, 252 Rebuilds. My name's Billy, I'm the host. Back on the bass boat. Got a little bit done on it. As you can see, trolling motor is mounted. Navigation light is mounted. Cleats are mounted. I have them done on the front and the back. It's looking good. Let's turn the camera around real quick. Alright, so what we got here. Minn Kota Edge 70 pound 24 volt, brand new. I converted it from the 12 volt one that they had on it when I bought it to this 24 volt. So we're going to mount 2 batteries in it. They'll be mounted back there up under the cover. I'll show you all of that when we get to that spot. What I'm doing now is getting all the cleats mounted back into it. I got the navigation light mounted back into it. Everything's plugged up. Now I do have to wire the trolling motor up to the plug itself. Actually put that in there. That thing looks good. I cut it out of carbon fiber. It's going to be nice when it's done. Let's get around here, we'll take a peep at it. Carbon fiber's got your plug on it. Here's your plug that goes to it. I got to wire that into the actual trolling motor, and then I got to wire the plug into the actual boat wiring. Tilt and trim plug, all of that stuff is brand new. Like I said, carpet's all new on it. Cleats are done. It's gonna be a nice boat when it's done. A lot of money and a lot of time. These typically don't come on a dual axle trailer, but I don't like single axle trailers under anything, especially boats, so we put a dual axle under it. It is Raptor line. A lot of this work was done on this boat before we got started doing YouTube, so that's why a lot of it's been done, and that's why you're not seeing any of it that got done. Still have to go into the inside of it. We're doing all new flotation foam inside of it. That's the next project that we got to get done before we can start getting it back together. Everything up under here. Just want to give you a quick little update on it. We're going to get some work done. I'm going to bring it back, and then I'll show you what we got going on. I'll talk to you shortly. Alright guys, we're back. Trolling motor plug is done. I just got to heat shrink this. Plug wiring to the boat is done. I just got to heat shrink it, but that's what it's going to look like. I can't put a actual tray in here because of the hatch here, and I don't want to lose the hatch space. So we're not going to put a tray in there. But I think it'll be all right. We're going to try to let it cool off. We got to go to a July 4th function. Hopefully get to work on it some tonight. If not, I'm going to get back on it tomorrow. We're going to get tangling hard on it. We're going to get this thing done shortly. Alright guys, I'll touch base with you in a little bit. Alright guys, back on the bass boat build. I'm going to end this video here as part 1. What we did was got the front deck straightened out. Let me turn the camera around. So, trolling motor is mounted. Used dielectric grease on all my connectors under there. Cleats are all back on. Trolling motor is mounted. Like I said, no foot tray for this because I don't want to lose the hatch space here. Everything's done. I got to get me some 3/4 inch corrugated wrap. I'm going to wrap all this stuff up, and I'm going to use this together. That way it will be held pretty tight, and it'll look pretty spiffy, because I think what I'm going to do is try to run this right down the edge here and maybe shoot it right across the top. But we'll figure that out when we get there. But part 1 is going to stop here. Part 2 is going to be getting the middle of this done with the flotation foam. Part 3 will be the back casting deck and probably getting it running and installing all the batteries. So I'm going to end the video right here. This video will go out not this week but next week. I had the video going out for the ski boat this week. That'll drop 4 p.m. on Tuesday, so that we'll see. Part 1 is what we're going to call this one though. Just want to give y'all guys a heads up and let you know what's going on. But she looks good so far. It's going to be nice when it's done. Hopefully we're going to get to use it. If not, we're going to sell it, trade it, something. We're going to do something with it. Alright, I'll see y'all. Remember, always get out and go live life. You only got one. It's a short one. Take and go make some memories. Live some dreams. Do what you want to do. Have some fun. Hold your family tight. Because when you're gone, you're gone. There ain't no second chances. Alright guys, remember, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Come on, help me grow this thing. I'm going to try to start getting out a video every week. So y'all help me with it. Let me know stuff that I need to do. Like I said, I'm not video fantastic. I don't know how to do editing yet. I do know how to do a little bit on my phone. I've got CapCut, which I hope I'll get to learn some coming up in the future. But for right now, we're just putting them out like we do. So that's why there's no great detail of anything that we're doing. But once I figure out how to do that, we're going to start doing some in-detail videos. Hopefully, I'll have one coming out on the Rhino that'll be in more detail. That should be coming up in a couple of weeks, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, I'm going to sign out here. Like, share, subscribe. Comment. Y'all help me grow this channel. I'll talk to y'all guys later. Peace.